Welcome back to Anne's Kitchen. Now, if you like me, and you probably are, you probably got a few bits of fruit that look a bit sad. Don't throw them away. Let's make some nice desserts. So they're all washed. I just washed them. Now there's two ways of doing it. You can put it in the microwave, or you can do it on the hob. I'm going to do it on the hob only because I don't have a microwave. So all you're going to do is you're going to slice your fruit. You're going to slice your fruit, take the pits out. Up. Now there's different ways of doing this. You can put it in the oven and then have a dry dessert, or you can just do some applesauce, or in this case some pear and applesauce. Great way of having a dessert. Doesn't take very long, you'll see. You slice the fruit, you leave the peel, because then you have a little bit of extra fiber as well. If there are really dark spots, which there aren't on here, you can cut them away, but otherwise just leave. Even if it doesn't look amazing right now, it will taste perfectly fine once you cook them. So I've got here three pears and an apple. So that's going to give kind of a dessert, and the nice thing is you can use it as a dessert, or you can use it as a topping for yogurt, for instance. So you got a nice natural yogurt and a bit of fruit. Just remember that because you have 4 lots of fruit in here, this is something for 4 people. So one of the things that happens is when we cook the apples or the pears, we generally think, you know, we don't get masses, so we think that we don't have a lot, and we tend to eat more than just one portion. So that's one of the things that we have to remember. But otherwise, it makes for a really nice dessert for when you're a little bit peckish. Instead of going towards there we go. Instead of going towards the biscuits and the sweets, you might as well make some nice. So you got the cut fruit here. I am going to add a little bit of water, just so that they don't burn initially, but as the fruit is going to squash, you don't need much more water. I love to add some ground cinnamon to it. There we go, nice amount, so that gives some extra flavour. And I'm also going to add a handful of raisins. There we go, perfect. Not masses, just a little handful. I'm going to put the gas on, mix it all around so that the cinnamon is on all the fruit and the water is a bit everywhere. And I'm going to close the pot. Now I'm going to cook it for not very long. I'm going to cook it for about 5-10 minutes, just so that the fruit becomes softer. And then I can choose to do a few things. I can mash it a little bit, or I can just chop it up. So there's 2 options that you can do. And what's nice as well, if you just want to have it as a little bowl of desserts, you can add a little bit of blanched almonds, flaked almonds on top, and just make it look really nice. You can add a little bit extra of cinnamon as well, and boom, you have a really nice little bowl of dessert. If you put it in the fridge, it can probably stay in the fridge for about 2-3 days. You can freeze it as well if you wanted to. So it's quite versatile for when you have some fruit, that you were normally tempted to throw away, but now you can make a dessert of it. So in any case, instead of throwing them away, just make some apple or pear compote sauce, and you can use it on top of your yogurt, with a spoonful on your porridge in the morning. add some nuts to it if you wanted to. You can as well. I don't have, except for the flaked almonds, I don't have any nuts left. The last order that I placed, my nuts didn't arrive. So walnuts are really nice. Halved hazelnuts are really nice with it as well. A bit of seeds you can add on top as well if you wanted to. So as you can see, it's very versatile. You can do lots of stuff. Obviously those fruits you could use as well to make a crumble, the base of a crumble. But then you need flour, you need butter or margarine, and some sugar as well. So here you don't need anything. You can just use the fruit as is, 5-10 minutes, and I'll be back with the results to show you what it looks like. See you in a bit. So we're back 5-10 minutes later. As I said, it doesn't take very long to make it. Let's open the pot, and you can hear it nicely. Let me show you what it looks like. It's still on though. So as you can see, the apples and the pears are here. You can take there's a few things you can do. You can take a knife and just slice them. The pears are a bit softer than the apples right now, which is normal. The apples take a little bit more time. Or you can take one of the mashers and just mash it through. You don't have to make a full mash. You're gonna still have some pieces in it, especially from the apples. As I said, the apples take a little bit longer. But I like it with a few bits because it's not too soft, it's not too bad. Now when it's hot, it's super soft and super sweet as well. So you might want to wait until it cools down, so to check sweetness, especially to see if you want to have a little bit more cinnamon in it or less cinnamon. So let me stir it together and I'll show you what it looks like. It's a little bit liquid right now, but once it dries up and it cools down, sorry, it will dry up a bit. You've got the peels in there. I personally like them. If you don't like them, you can always take them away. But there we go. That's kind of, add a bit of, as I said, in your bowl, a little bit of flaked almonds, and you have a yummy topping or a yummy dessert. But remember, what I just did is for 4 people, so you're only going to have a little bit once you mash it up. If you make it in the microwave, it really doesn't take long, not even 5 minutes. You want to, put it in with a little bit of water, and then for a couple of minutes, take it out, mash it up, and you're done. Don't forget the cinnamon, gives it a nice flavour. And there you go. You got a lovely dessert that is not fully processed. Nice to have a little bit. Again, if you put it in the fridge, it comes out nice and cool, and you can freeze it for future usage. Enjoy your dessert, and I'll see you very soon for something else at some point. Bye guys!